What up, everybody? Welcome to Capping with Kev Mac. My co-host Go Young DJ will be joining us in a moment. Hopefully, you guys came over from KM Video Live Streams to talk sports with us. The link is in the chat if anybody got anything to say or want to come on and talk about your favorite team or what's going on in sports. Or if you disagree with one of us, you're welcome to come on. You don't have to show your face. You can hide your camera, but leave your microphone on. Good to see you guys again. It's besides the other day. It's been a while. Derek Lewis, what up, homie? How you doing, man? I thought UNC had a good chance of covering that spread, man. I really did. We got 11 people up in here. That's a good start. Everybody. Let's get cracking. Y'all. What's going on, man? Y'all be boring as hell sometimes, y'all. I don't know what's up with my lights, man. Something to do with the camera. What up with you, DJ?
What's the deal?
Not much, man. Not much.
What's the word, man?
It look like the only way we gonna get this channel going is if you ask me, am I gonna come on?
For real, man. We was in a Discord today, and we was trying to see what's up with everybody. So I figured, hey, the best way is to do a show and get it back popping.
Yeah, I was actually gonna. I actually thought tomorrow would be a good time, and then maybe Thursday after the game. However, I may go out tomorrow to a bar, and so I may not be available. So, when you asking or I'm asking about today or tomorrow, I figured today was the best day. So you got me. You got me on a good day. King Buck Wild, what up, homie? JoJo.
You going to watch the game at a bar or something? Oh, it's not.
Nah. Man, I don't fuck with sports.
Oh, you just want to get drunk?
I don't fuck with sports when I'm broke, man.
Shit, I forgot. Can you hear me?
Yeah, don't even let Google get you off your square, man. Your mic is cool. Even when it wasn't in front of your face, you sound just like you sound now, bro.
It's all good. I mean, I just didn't know. I forgot to pull it up.
You are louder and clearer, but you was cool. You was average with the mic away from you.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, you make me want to find a way to get my original mic back on, man.
What happened? It don't work no more or something?
Nah, when I was in Houston, I was using my sister's computer.
Oh.
And so she has a newer computer, and my microphone is for a new computer. I have an old computer, and that mic doesn't work with my switchboard. So basically, it's not being used.
I need that switchboard, and I need a new computer. I still got an older MacBook Pro, but my mom's and my sister, they just got that new Mac Mini. We had got it from my mom's for her was it for her birthday?
Oh, that's what's up.
Something like that. Yeah, we all put it together and got her a whole setup, and she don't even use the shit. Neither one of them use it. I'm like, man, that's a waste of money.
That's why I was using my sister's. She bought it and don't even use it.
For real, the whole hookup to the Apple keyboard, the Apple mouse, and they got these LG monitors, and they had got them and they were so proper they convinced me to get one. I'm like, shit, I'm gonna get me one too. But I got the little 28. They got the big ass 32-inch screens and stuff, and don't even use the stuff. And I'm like, y'all crazy. Y'all have a fire setup over here.
Right.
Yeah, man. But
somebody asked me what's up with the Dodgers. They got their butt whooped tonight. I don't know what's up, man. You know me, I always blame Dave Roberts.
Facts.
And we can't keep, it's fair to point fingers at Ohtani and Betts and a few of the others. But right now, we can't do that because they're hitting now. Ohtani, Freeman, and Betts are hitting right now. So we can't blame them. Now, the pitching is not so great. I hate our bullpen.
The
But
pitching is never great.
I don't really like nobody's bullpen around the league. So I don't think that's a disadvantage when the playoffs get here, especially if we play a team like the Padres or the Phillies. They can't hold a lead for shit.
Man, Els had some good plays today in the Discord.
Tell us about them.
Huh?
Tell us about them.
Man, he had a play that hit Junior Camillero.
Oh, yeah. For Tampa Bay?
Yeah. See, Els be playing these. They got this combo. It's hits, runs, and RBIs.
Right.
So it's, he was 2+ for both. So he bet Junior and he bet Joe Adele, hits, runs, RBIs. And he posted this, middle of the day in the Discord. And it ended up hitting. The odds was 232. It was 232. So it was a cool little bet. For a while, we didn't have that as a prop in Vegas. We didn't have the hits, runs, RBIs together, but now they got it. So it seemed like with a lot of this, the new sports betting stuff from the apps, Vegas used to be number one. Now we're not no more. We be behind.
Right. Sound like Trump and AI. He's tripping off America being behind. But yeah, Vegas was always the go-to.
Number one.
I don't know about the Flamingo Hilton, but back in the day, you could go to Flamingo Hilton and you could make your own bet. Whatever it was, they go in the back and make the odds for you.
What the
you could say, will DJ be on time tonight?
Hell no.
And they'll come with the odds. Or you could say like will Pete Rose get a hit and a walk? And they give you the odds on that.
That's crazy. I would have been killing them for that.
You check into it, they might still have it. Oh, if they got an app, shit, that'd really be the lick. But
you said the Las Vegas Hilton, though. That's the
Flamingo Hilton.
Oh, Flamingo. Nah, Flamingo got what's the Flamingo Hilton?
That's the one on the Strip. One of the first casinos ever built in Vegas.
Well, that's the Flamingo. So now they got Caesars.
Oh.
Yeah, they use all the Caesars properties use Caesars Sportsbook.
Damn.
So that's the only book you could use at Caesars properties now. Because I know they got a Hilton. They do got a Flamingo Hilton, which is right next to the Flamingo, but they don't have a casino in there. It's just a hotel.
Where the casino used to be on like the second or third floor. The sports book.
Nah, it's on the first. It's on the first floor now. It's on the first floor, like right next to the. It's like a restaurant or something over there. It's like a little convenience store next to it too. See, it's right there, like next to the slots and all that. Now it's just, but it's just a Caesar sports book. So yeah, like with these apps now, it changed the game. You don't have a lot of these. Back in the day, didn't the sports book used to be independent from the casino?
Absolutely. Every sports book was independent.
Yeah, every sports book was different. They had their own. It wasn't even part of the casino. They paid rent to the casino.
I'm sorry. I made a mistake. Right now, they pay rent to the casino. But back in the days, each casino had its own sports book.
Yeah, but they was like, I say the M, for example. The M used to have William Hill. But before William Hill, matter of fact, I think they had something else. They had their own. Then you had station casinos, like you said, Las Vegas Hilton.
But see, even that stuff is late. That station casino stuff, that shit came later. Whatever casino you went to had its own sports book, and some casinos didn't even have a sports book.
Yeah, but they was, I just remember they had different names and stuff. It wasn't all universal, like But when I said the Westgate, the Westgate is still one of the. But back then it was Las Vegas Hilton,
right?
LVH, Las Vegas Hilton,
and
they was the biggest. They was the biggest until Circa, so they built that one at the Circa. Right. And now, you ever been up there?
Yeah, That's where we had the first meet and greet.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's cool, but it'd be packed, man. It'd be too many people.
It wasn't packed before. Maybe everybody's hip to it now.
Yeah, that thing be packed like a motherfucker now. You can barely get a seat up in there now, man. But
Damn, fuck
it
that.
looks like it would be perfect for fights though. If they stream fights on the screen, I feel like it'd be perfect. But I always feel like they should do that in movie theaters too. Like, you know,
Me too.
in the movie theater, just live stream the fight up in that thing. Have 100 people up in there, man. It'd be off the chain. Everybody would pay. But I know they charge businesses a lot of money, like $2,000 just to show the fight.
So
But
I don't know the real reason why corporations bought the sports books. I guess it's so they can control it more and kind of ease the employment and stuff off of the casino, save the casino money. But one of the things that that we lost out on is betting in the sports books. You used to could get rooms. You used to could get all kind of comps. I think, man, you talked about that before as far as
yeah,
Benihana's go. So I would have major, major, major points. When they look at my points, they would think it was a mistake. They'd be like, "Oh, wait," because they looking at me like this nigga ain't got that kind of money. But it don't go by how much money you got. Like I sent you this thing with my winnings and losings. It
yeah,
goes by how much you bet. So if you're compulsive, you might go in this casino with $200. But if you win and losing, it's gonna look like you bet 5,000 that day.
for
And
real.
vice versa. You might go in the casino with 10,000. It looked like you bet 150, 180,000 that day. So I used to get everything, man, and they cut that out when these sports books, you know, flipped over. So now I could play in a sports book all year long. I don't get nothing.
For real. Yes,
So,
Caesars has it. That's why I prefer Caesars because they have like a points thing, and you can accumulate points, and you can get rooms for cheaper, and you can use your points as like cash to bet, or you can use it towards rooms and different stuff like that, and you get different tiers on there. So
well, go ahead.
no, I was just gonna say so. I like to use Caesars because of that, because at least you accumulate points, and if I want to, get a room, or if I'm going out of town or something, I can use it for that.
Oh, well, that's cool. I didn't know Caesar still do that. As far as like points, William Hill give you points too. They give you cash back bets and cash back,
Yeah,
but they have a cap, and the cap is $500. And on top of that, you can only get it after a certain day, like 3 months, every 3 or 4 months. But the way the casino used to work, nigga, if I build up points this week, nigga, I could use them points this week. You know what I mean? I could use points every day if I had enough points. Like as far as food, I could eat every single day, 2, 3 times a day.
yeah,
I could order half gallons of Belvedere, half gallons of Grey Goose, half gallons of Hennessy, all of that just without spending a dime. Because you don't necessarily mean you losing in the sports book. You may be winning in the sports book, accumulating points.
yeah. So it's crazy. I was listening to an interview today with the bookie that got caught up with the Shohei Ohtani interpreter.
Mm-hmm.
And he was breaking down a lot of stuff, teaching a lot of people that wouldn't really know. But by watching that interview, you can learn some things about the comp system. So one thing he was explaining is that um like a general rule is they supposed to give you at least like 33% in comps, right? So like if you $100,000 better, you should at least have like 30 to 35,000, you know what I'm saying, in comps. And if you know how to use that to your advantage, like you can really use it and take advantage, and it'll be like, you can almost count that as like, towards your losses and towards your winnings and stuff like that. So he ended up getting banned from one casino. I forgot which one he said it was, because they was like, you're not a profitable better for us because you already cost us $2 million in comp. He was only up like $8 grand, and they was like, we can't offer you any more comps. And he like, why? I'm only up $8,000. He's like, because you cost us $2 million in comps already. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's a good thing. People should know about.
Oh, and let me rephrase that William Hill comment and give some clarity. So William Hill has an app. That's the one that you earn points and they break you off like every 3 or 4 months, every season. Now they also have the player's card. Now the player's card, you build up points and they'll give you money back to place a bet. However, William Hill used to give you cash, but now they pretending they're giving you cash, but you got to bet it, so you never see the cash.
Yeah.
But they used to actually cash you out and be like, here, but they don't do that no more.
Yeah, and then my thing is, they William Hill don't have a hotel, so I mean they can't really give you rooms and stuff like that. So that's why I just use Caesars.
Yeah, that's why I said Caesar's Palace is cool. I didn't know Caesar do that, but that's cool.
Yeah, bet like Derek Lewis says, bet MGM too.
I told you I ain't fucking with Bet. I mean, I ain't gonna say I'm not gonna fuck with him. I don't fuck with him, but I want to because I believe they have better cash out options than William Hill. But MGM, I mean, it's nothing that you or Jerome Wallace can say to convince me to be loyal to MGM because I bet all that fucking money. I was even betting money for him. He was betting 5,000, 10,000 a game. And they gave me no points. They gave me nothing. No comps, no nothing. Yeah, it probably was a mistake. But I don't want to deal with somebody that's going to make mistakes when I'm betting that kind of money.
Yeah, I don't use MGM no more either. I just stopped liking it. Like I used to use it. And I mean, I probably still will use it, but as a secondary, you know what I mean? With me, like checking the lines, see if they got a better price. But going to them first, I never really liked them like that. I didn't hit them before though, but I remember I had a streak. I had a cold streak on them for a while. It was in NBA. I was betting team totals for like a week straight, and like nobody was catching on. And I was telling everybody. To bet it, man. Bet it. And people won't listen. I hit them straight just every day.
Shotty said the Venetian's still good for discounts on rooms as long as you get rated. But we talking about sports. So rated and sports don't really go hand in hand. But
you don't get rated.
Are you talking sports just to be clear, Shotty? Damn, I bet 100 and they give me free bets all the time. They give me a $1,200 free bet one. Damn.
$100? That's crazy. It must have been a glitch in the system, nigga.
Man, where you betting at? He have showed me some free bets though, worth a couple hundred though. Where we at on the sports talk tonight? We haven't got into anything because nobody's asking and nobody's.
Shoot your question if you got a question. I seen Goob said, "What's the best bet in NFL?" And I don't know if I kind of didn't want to give the bet away right now. What I'm looking at, but I mean we could definitely go over some plays though. And go over what we think about this first game, and it's a good thing we got a Wednesday game and we got a Friday game. You know what I'm saying? So
who play Wednesday?
I mean, not Wednesday, Thursday. We got a Thursday game and a Friday game.
Who play Friday?
Chiefs and Chargers.
Chiefs. Oh shit!
Which is crazy for some reason. Like that line looked crazy to me. Like, you know what I'm saying? And normally. Like this is when that first week, this is when you really get at them. You know what I mean? Because the lines is soft. But boy, with this first game, these props is so high. It's like they either assuming that. I mean, that's really what it is. They assuming that the Eagles just gonna kill the Cowboys. You know what I mean? Because I mean the lines is high. Saquon Barkley rushing yards is 95 yards.
Oh, he going over that.
95 in game one though, like it should be at like 60 something. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, it shouldn't. The boy had 2,000 yards last season.
I know, but we talking about game one of the season. Again, it's Lions is not usually that high like that.
Over, man, over.
Over 95 yards. Like that's
Over.
crazy. His attempts, his rushing attempts is 18 and a half. You know what I mean? It's like I just feel like for a week one game where we don't even know how the offense is going to be, how these teams are going to play.
Where they playing at, DJ?
They playing in I think they playing
Dallas.
In Dallas.
He gonna get that. He gonna get that.
I mean, if we go back and look, they smashed them like twice. Both times they played Dallas last year, they smashed them. Dallas scored one time. I think the first game it was like 30 something to 7. And then the next game, it was like 40-7. You know what I mean? Like 41-7 or something crazy like that. So yeah, they be smashing them.
They missing one of the best linebackers in the game. So
yeah,
he not gonna be able to help.
But even a team total, like Eagles team total, if I'm not mistaken, it's like, I mean, fuck, if we're gonna talk about it, we might as well pull it up. If we already getting into it. Man, it is a lot of questions in the chat though.
Dana Garrison, if that question is to me about the crap table, yeah, I stay away completely. I shot dice one night and I won a few hundred, but I did it just because. Not because I felt compelled, not because I was sprung. I just wanted to see what the no crap dice was like. But no, I'm not compelled to play any craps. I'm too old, man. I can't stand up at the table long enough to shoot crap.
Hey man, they give you a chair now.
Oh, they back giving you the chair?
Yeah, I see people get chairs.
Yeah, when I was young, you could pull chairs up to the table, but they cut it out.
Yeah, not from what I seen it. And then that I know I done told you a couple times, but that electric, that computerized dice table, whatever you call it,
yeah,
man, that thing will get you sprung for real because it's easy to just roll because ain't nobody chips in the way. Your dice not gonna hit nobody chips, so it's like, man, I done went on there and got on rolls before.
Yeah, I was sprung on that too. They right before I quit. I forgot what casino. Had it, but it was a long time ago, man. Can't remember which casino had that crap table. But anyway,
I think Paris might have had it first.
No, it wasn't
Paris or Harris.
I don't think it was Harris. I can't remember where, but I was sprung on that. I was sprung on there. I one night I lost about 2,000, and I was kicking myself in the ass. Like, how do you lose 2,000 on this bullshit ass game? So I was like, man, I'm getting that back. Man, I hit him for about 12 racks.
See,
I never played again. So that's why I say, as far as craps go, I retired on a winning end, but I guess that's what it took for me to break my addiction to finally know that I could win.
But look, it's in this gambling space, in this gambling game, living in Vegas, period, like sometimes it's hard to hear these stories of I hit for 100 racks, I hit for 50 racks. Like I'm listening to this interview earlier and dude is like, yeah, I put 4.6 million on the Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? And like, it's just like, it's crazy because like you could really change your life gambling here. That's why it's so hard. That's why a gambling addiction is so hard to even kick, because it's like you could really hit something, get lucky, and just, you know, change your life, your family's life, and all of that. Like, I don't know if you heard about the dude Archie Carras, the story. Dude borrowed like 2 racks and he ran it up to like 46 million or something like that. And then like gave it all. But yeah, it's like, it's a couple interviews on it, and everybody say it's true. Like, it really happened, dude. It was over the course of like I don't know how long, but yeah, he borrowed 2 racks from somebody in LA, came to Vegas, ran it up to millions from baccarat to blackjack to poker. He was just on a historical run, and then he ended up giving it all back, and they ended up saying he was cheating, and he said all the stress caused him health problems and stuff like that. But it's a vicious thing. I'm just lucky that I don't have an addictive personality, but you can understand why. Like even the story you said about your niece, I was like, man, that's one of the worst gambling stories I ever heard in my life.
Man, I
Nigga
got
would
so
have been
many
up
stories.
100 racks.
Homie, the funeral I just went to in LA,
Mhm.
somebody approached me about gambling. And it's crazy because for a person that hasn't gambled in 10, 11 years, as far as crap tables, but like I said the other day, I mean not the other day, but recently I did just for a couple hours. Um, but um, they approached me about gambling, and it seems weird because people really don't approach me about the old school gambling no more. And it just so happens this dude that I used to pay, his name is Paris. They call him Wood. He happened to be at the funeral, and he was walking by when we was talking about gambling. I'm like, you got any questions? Ask this dude. I used to pay him to go to Vegas for me, and I was sticking him. And all he said was, yeah, I'm a witness. I'm a witness. And that's all he really need to say. But I used to send him all the time, man. I was getting big money. But times are harder now. It ain't so simple no more. And you really, to be honest, like you go to work every day. I know you be on Twitter and all this stuff,
Unfortunately.
but you
Yeah.
had back in the day, bro, the Stardust, just before we had all these computers and shit, the Stardust had a room. They had a little tiny room. And the reason why the room was so tiny, because people don't read, people don't do their homework. I would
Yeah.
go off in that room, and they had this glass case with all these new sheets every day, posted of every stat you could think of. And I would just sit there and study, man. I'd be like, okay, this pitcher, he don't give up no runs against this team. He don't give up no runs in the daytime, stuff like that. And it was a lot easier to win. Football, you had good teams and bad teams. Now you got a lot of mediocre teams. Um, so it was so easy back then, man. But I got a lot of horror stories and glorious stories, man. Lots and lots and lots of them. That's one of the reasons why I was able to write a book. The book really was meant to be about my whole life, but to me, it was a bunch of gibberish, and the book was too long and drawn out. So the books that I actually printed out, I just took chapters out of my autobiography, and just put together books. But I see you got something on the screen. But yeah, it could be good, man. You could win a lot of money, or you could lose a lot of money.
Yeah, man, it's powerful, man. A lot of people is making life changing money. Like even the dude, the bookie he about to go to prison, I guess, for the Shohei Ohtani betting
Right.
thing.
He didn't get but a year.
I didn't even know how much they sentenced him to because when they did the interview, he didn't know. He
got
wasn't.
They say he got a year and like $2 million fine. Paid $2 million. No, they took $2 million cash out of his house.
Yeah, he said at the time of the interview, he said he didn't know how much time he was going to do. He had, pleaded guilty, all that, I guess, but he could have got. He said the DA was suggesting probation or time served, home confinement or something instead of prison. So he was hoping to not get no time. But yeah, he had some stories.
Bro, I go do a year right now in the feds for all the millions he made.
Facts. Because when he was telling his stories, he was like, he didn't even regret it because he had like some of the most amazing time of his life. But he was a compulsive gambler too. He would gamble a lot of money and lose a lot of money and stuff too. But he was like, he got to do so much stuff. From his kids been on so many private jets. He got so many comps at Vegas having balls. He got a table next to such and such artists at the club for free. because he gambled so much and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So he was like, he lived, a better life than, most people. So he was like, he probably would do it all over again.
By the way, Goob bet on a horse called Kevin Mack the other day. And the horse came through, but I think his other pick didn't.
The horse won? he had a
Goob,
Kevin Mack horse?
Goob, tell us, did he come in first, second, or third, Goob? Or I could check my text messages.
Hey, Big TY, I seen somebody else ask too about Arch Manning. Like, I'm gonna keep it a buck. I was high on Arch Manning. I'm hoping that it was just that game. The game was trash in itself on both sides of the field. Like both teams was trash in my opinion. So like, I mean, I'm gonna try not to hold that too much against him, but nah, he wasn't looking elite. He wasn't looking top notch, but neither team was. But I still got a little bit of hope for him because I've seen him play good last year.
Big TY, what up with it? Goob said the number 7, Kevin Mack, got beat by a nose, so he came in second. Then they disqualified him for bumping into 2 horses and placed him 4th. As far as Arch Manning, he's going to be all right, man. But the thing is this, because he's a Manning, granddaddy, and then Peyton and Eli, there's a lot of spotlight and a lot of pressure on the dude. And so the media is forcing him into the saddle a little too early as far as making him out to be a great. I agree with DJ. I give him more time. I think he's going to be good.
Thanks.
Goob said he came in first, but he bumped a couple horses and they disqualified him and placed him in 4th. Otani's bookies already set up with a book deal. Yeah, he's already getting interviews. I'm pretty sure he's probably paid. I seen he had 2 interviews on major networks.
Yeah, he going worldwide, just doing interviews already, going on tours.
Mama tell you, man, I seen one of the interviews. They showed his house. I'm like, no matter how many millions they took out of his house, no matter how much of little time he has to do, he already winning. That big house alone, he's winning. Them cars and them memories,
man,
already winning. So yeah, he's set up now. That dude, what's his name? Dan Bilzerian or something like that.
Dan Bilzerian.
He's set up to be like him now. He could be on ESPN or something pretty soon.
Yeah, I think Dan Bilzerian full of shit though. I don't think he got his money from gambling.
Probably not. Shit, he might be pimping or
he got his money from his dad. I think his dad gave him all this money because his dad went to prison and got a like a securities fraud case from like trading. They used to do hostile takeovers of companies. Used to take over companies and then sell all the assets and stuff like that, get rid of them. And I think his dad might have just slid him, his money to hide it. And then he just used that. But it worked, you know what I mean? Like
I never knew the backstory on him. I never took time to research it. But I used to follow dude a long time ago, man. He had gang of women traveling the world, big old nice places. And so, I was attracted to the lifestyle. Then I seen him on ESPN. I was like, what the hell? That looked like dude. Like, I couldn't really put it together. And then I looked at his name on ESPN. I said, that's him. And but so my point about Otani's bookie is he's set up in a path to where he could be on TV too, doing that ESPN commentary and stuff. Dudes become celebrities by being criminals sometimes, man. Or
facts.
Facts.
Dude get out of jail and automatically set up.
He said Big Kev is honorable as far as I know. That as far as I know leaves a little bit of doubt. I've been rocking with the homie for a long time. Doc should be able to get 6 yards. Yeah, he should be able to get 6 yards.
But this sports betting game, it come with a lot of that too. You know what I'm saying? A lot of dudes that's frauds. A dude like any one of us, you know what I mean? We could just pop up on Instagram, especially if we already got the stuff, we already got the house, we already got the cars. We could just pop up on Instagram and be like, I'm really having it like this, all straight off of sports betting. And people gonna believe you because they can see. They can see you got the cars, see you got the houses, see you got the girls, and then you're gonna take him at his word, like, oh, he really gambling like that. So a lot of these dudes end up messed up though because they do that, and then they get caught up and go to jail, and it's proven that that wasn't how they was getting their money from the sports betting. Like, you remember the Mozzie VS dude, right?
Yeah.
He just went to jail right now for some fraud stuff, and he was charging people like 1,000 a pick. You know what I mean? 1,000 a day. That $1,000 only gets you 1 day worth of picks. You know what I mean? And I think it said cause I just seen a video on him say he got like, what was it, 12 months to 48 months in Vegas in prison. Like, man, like it's a lot of that, you know, that goes on. You had Vegas Dave, you know what I mean? I don't even think he allowed to be on social media no more. You feel me?
I hate when people bring up Vegas Dave because he's like a celebrity in the gambling world, but I know him before all that. So he's just another nigga to me. And
Exactly.
they report the $1 million wins in newspapers and follow him around. How about when, and I'm not taking nothing away from him, but I'm saying he used to borrow money from everybody in the casino to make them bets. So,
Yeah.
you know, and then he ended up with a girl with a lot of money, so he was raping her bank account to make them bets.
Yeah, that's how that shit goes. Robbing people, and you know what I mean, and giving trash picks.
Yeah,
And you know that's how we go.
To me, he another criminal, but
yeah, they are.
If you marry legally, I don't think it's a crime to be raping your wife's bank account, but
it's yours.
But he was snatching money out of there. He's begging. And I told you the story. I don't know if you remember. And there's still at least one guy I know that could verify this story. His name is Virgil Houston. He would walk in the sports book, homie, when it was LVH. He would walk in the sports book and he'd be like, hey, who do you like in this game? Hey, who do you like in this game? Hey, who do you like in this game? And he would take everybody's pick and make him a parlay. And one day he hit big on the parlay, and everybody wanted some money from him. And that's when everybody figured out he was full of shit. He hit, didn't break people off, and then next thing you know, people stopped giving him money, and shit, he just started doing anything to get money, man.
For real. Then he used to be courtside at the Lakers game with Birkin bags and stuff.
Yeah, see, I know him before all that shit. I knew him before he made the newspaper, when he made that crazy parlay on UFC and all that.
And then I heard he had something where he was he bought a card or something, a baseball card or something, and then they said he bought it for some money, and then he ended up selling it for like millions later on, and then some years later they said that was cap. He fabricated all that, and that was all in the papers and everything.
Well, see, sometimes you gotta lie to be around rich people, because rich people only want to be around rich people.
Fake it till you make it.
Yeah, you gotta fake it till you make it, man. And sometimes rich people will invest in you because they think you straight already, especially if you're lying about selling shit. Because rich people are always looking to get richer. You know what I mean? But Dodgers better win, better quit playing around. Y'all talking about that crazy looking hippie dude who sits courtside Laker game, wears a little cowboy looking hat. I don't know if he's doing that at Laker games, but he's a wild, crazy dude, man. I remember his woman came in the sports book yelling and cussing his ass out. You stole all my money. You steal all my money out of my bank account. She said, I don't remember the numbers, but it was in the millions. She was like, you stole 2.3 million or 1.3 million or some shit out of her bank account. And He was like, bitch, I put 3 million in your bank account. He like, where you think you got the money from? And she like, no, that's my money. I got my own money. So I don't know what she did in life, but she gave him access to that bank account.
Yeah, but it's like you can fake it. You know what I mean? You can fake it and then make. And I've seen a lot of dudes that like started out in social media doing something else, and then they came, oh, I'm sports betting guru, and it's like, dog, we know you before that. You ain't never said nothing about no sports, and now you popping it like you. It's an easy hustle, and you can get most people
Man,
that don't know.
it's the dude to sell pics. I seen him at the casino recently. I started to take a picture of him. Then something told me, leave him alone. Don't bother him. But dude's selling pics now, and he's a straight con artist, and he be up in there. Every time I see him, he's betting like $400. But nigga, you selling pics for thousands, nigga, and you on the fucking on Instagram popping like you got millions.
And then this what they do. They take that ticket, they Photoshop the hell out of it. Nigga, he make that 400 look like 400,000, and then he popping it on Instagram. Yeah, I'm making bets like this, and I'm winning, millions. It don't be like that because the sports book is not gonna let you continuously beat them for millions. If you gonna even hundreds of thousands or thousands, if you up good on the sports book, they just gonna stop you. Like, nah, you up too much. We don't want your action no more. And you're gonna have to start sending other people to make your bets or something. You're gonna have to start going to different sports books, spreading around.
Hey JoJo, you still in here? Let me see if JoJo remember this too.
They definitely Photoshop their ticket.
But yeah, ain't no way you getting that kind of money and you walk in there and he don't make like no $400 parlay. He'll walk in and he'll bet an in-play bet, like a quick one. Like it'll be in the second quarter, he'll bet the first half of a basketball game, or a total or the side, and he'll sit there and he always losing. Every time I see him, he lose. But you ain't betting $400 and you getting that kind of money, man. I know how that shit go, and I know he sprung because he was betting way back when I was betting big.
Yeah, they be making all their money off selling picks. They don't make their money from gambling. Yeah. And it's the best business in the world because there's no overhead. You ain't got to spend no money to re-get no product. You ain't got to have no warehouse for this. You ain't got to get no shirts printed up for this. Nothing. It's just straight cash money. But look, I want to look at these lines though, right?
Go ahead.
Like look at Jalen Hurts passing attempts. Over 27.5, right? Obviously the under 27.5, the more attractive bet. But it's it's minus 130. So they want to give you like bad odds right here, right? And it's like he don't even throw that much.
Exactly.
He don't get the opportunity to because Saquon, you know what I'm saying, they be rushing like a mug. Plus, remember, if they get to 4th and 1, or if they get a 4th and goal,
quarterback key.
They not throwing the ball. They doing that tush push, and that's gonna get him in the end zone. Even this, that's why they got his yards at 213. He might not even crack that, especially in like a week 1 game. Like,
Dana.
The only hope at this is keeping the game close, and Dallas is not a team that really can keep the game close here because the Eagles smashed them. The last 2 times they played, they blow them out by 20 plus. So that's why somebody in the comments too said that's why the game line is so high because it's actually in Philly. The game not in Dallas, it's in Philly. So Dallas going on a roll. That's why the line is not even really high. The line is 2 scores when they've been blowing this team out by 5+ scores multiple times, like 8 points. Like, you know what I mean? Like 8 points is a total. I mean, it's a spread, and the total's on 47.5. So in their last 2 games last season, they did go over that as well. Shit, Philly almost went over 47.5 by themselves. But then go here, right? Team totals. I really like to play team totals because they really sleep on these lines a lot. So they got at minus 135. You got Philly over 28.5. So that's 29, 30 points. It's not impossible, right? Before game one of the season, like it's just kind of high to me. Like if this was like anything, even if it was like 23.5 at 24, like I would smash it for sure. You know what I mean? But it's like, man, 29, 30, like that's what, like 5 scores almost. You know what I mean? It's like 5 touchdowns almost. Like, it's not impossible, but it's a lot. You know what I mean? It's like a lot to count on. The first game of the season. You know what I'm saying? And even with rushing, right? We know Saquon is a beast. They run a ball a lot because he get them yards. 94.5 at minus 120, like that's just extremely, extremely crazy. Like that's high. Like, but I expect Saquon and Derrick Henry yards to be like this damn near all season because of what they did last season. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
But I would just expect this number to be lower though.
Two things a few things to consider on that. I think it goes over. But if you're betting it, gotta remember the Eagles coach likes to take Saquon out. He don't run him all the way through like he could. But also, Saquon is a breakaway back, so he gets chunk yardage. So it's not like his 18 carries are 2.5 yards, 3 yards a carry. He get chunk yards where he might bust a couple for 20 plus.
Facts.
So I like, and then Mika, whatever, he gone. That was your best chance to stop him.
I mean, their defense is fractured in total. It ain't like their defense been good anyway.
Yeah, I like that over. I'm gonna agree with you on the under passing attempts. And what's the yardage? Because it's probably gonna go under passing yardage too.
Passing yardage is like 218 or 213 or something like that.
Low. I wouldn't mess with that. But
yeah, I would stay away from
remember, I hit you to the quarterbacks was going under. You know,
that first week last season, definitely.
I'm saying halfway through the season, I told you everybody going under, and you called a couple, probably about 3 that went over, but they was all going under the rest of the year last year.
Yeah,
they basically, this is what I'm saying, and I was telling you last year. The league kind of turned back into a running league last year.
It did.
So if you run the ball, that takes time off the clock to where the quarterback don't get chances to throw. Or even like Mahomes, they was running the ball a lot. And then you got teams like the Redskins. That boy can chuck the ball, but he gonna run the ball a lot. So when the quarterback runs, that's just like a running back running. And so I'm looking to see quarterbacks go under again this year, but you're not really gonna know until week 3 or 4.
Yeah, Jalen did go over the first couple games last year, like almost 300 when they played Green Bay. But that's another thing. Like you got to look at the teams that they playing. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but what I'm saying is, the first half of the year last year they was doing good, because I remember you was on quarterbacks going over in college and pro. But then I had peaked because I was losing on games, so I peaked kind of early, probably week 7 or week 8. I was like, matter of fact, it was probably about week 8 where I caught the trend where shit was changing a little bit, and then Henry and Saquon and probably 2 other backs was just run, and so I think quarterbacks are gonna go under again this year, man. Because you got errors in every sport. You're going to have an error where they shooting 3-pointers. You're going to have an error where niggas is dunking. You're gonna have air home run error. You're gonna have pitching error. Uh, Football, you're gonna have passing, and you're gonna have running. You're gonna have defense. You're gonna have offense. It changes. Nothing stays the same, or we would all be winning every year. So
Facts.
I think this is another underpassing year, but
Yeah.
it's going to be a couple quarterbacks that's going to be chucking the ball. But
Yeah. And AJ, AJ Brown, he usually go off against Dallas, but they got him at 69.5. They ain't got no alternate lines yet though.
see that runs the ball, but his thing, he's slow and he's scared from his injury, and so he tries to stay in the pocket or run out of bounds. But he has opportunities where he could run for a 6 yard run.
Yeah, 6, 7 yard run. He might have a 10 yard run or something like that. So, but yeah, and then even in the totals, like the last two games, like I said, Dallas haven't even kept it close at all. So they might not even crack this 19.5 right here. Like, their last two games, like I said, I think they scored 7 each time they played the Eagles. You know what I mean? So the game not even close between these two. So, that means they really gonna be running the ball at Philly. And then they gonna have to Dallas gonna have to throw the ball. So that's something I look at too, right? In games where one team, I could almost count for sure that the team is going to be behind. That means they're going to have to throw the ball more. So I pay attention to pass attempts, but I try to catch this live because I have been able to kill them live on pass attempts. You know what I'm saying? Now, even this 36.5, like that's kind of high. You know what I'm saying? But especially if they're like down in the first half or something, and they down by 2 scores, like you could just pretty much book it. Like you could tell how the game is going. Like, oh yeah, they're gonna have to throw the ball every play just to catch up. You know what I mean? They shouldn't even running back shouldn't even touch the ball in the second half because they down so much. Which normally that's how these games been. So, that's something I pay attention to.
Well, the thing about Dak, he slings the ball regardless,
Yeah,
especially when they behind. So
yeah,
see, the thing is, people diss Dak. A lot of people diss him. Remember, I thought he was good until 2 years ago when I went to see him play in person. I was like, now I see what my brother and everybody else see. But he's gonna throw the ball. He could throw, and they got receivers again this year, so they're gonna get some yardage. Um, so I like Dak to get a lot of passing yardage. He likes to make big mistakes. I think he runs for over 6 yards. I think he gets 6 yards out of this. The Eagle defense, I don't know if they still got that front four, but the front four was pretty good last year. I think they got rid of one player. I think. But Saquon definitely goes over 100 yards rushing, man.
over for
Yeah, they
sure.
don't. They don't have no defense. You missing your best player on defense, the guy most likely to stop him.
Yeah, now you're right about that. Um, One thing
And
we
he's
might
fast. Ain't Michael fast? Don't he got speed?
not like that. They say he wasn't really a run stopper like that.
Uh,
He could get some sacks, but he wasn't really a run stopper like that. Um, Hold on, we might be speeding a little bit, man. So I don't think Dak played in those games last season.
what games against the Eagles?
Yeah, against the Eagles. It don't look, and then it looked like the other one. It looked like Hurts didn't even play the second game against the Eagles. I mean, against the Cowboys. Because remember, Dak got hurt and it was Cooper Rush playing.
Yeah, you're right.
So that's something we got to take into account too. Yeah, remember it was Sam Howell. No, it wasn't Sam Howell. Sam Howell was on. Who's their backup? They only got two quarterbacks this year on the roster. That's crazy.
Dak is 3-3 in Philadelphia.
Mm. So on that note, I'm gonna call Dak over yards then, probably over yards and over attempts. And that attempt's just too high for me. I wouldn't take that pregame because it's so high. I was just kind of. I'm not saying it's not possible because they could be down and he could for sure at 40, 40, 45 attempts. But I would more count on his yards, especially with the rushing, because they're not going to be touching the ball if they down, and the running back, that he's not finna look his over at 37 and a half. You know what I'm saying? Like he got the same over as Eagles quarterback. Like that's crazy. So they're gonna have to depend, on passing in this game. So also, something we didn't look at is the touchdown. I think this is crazy that both of them are at 1.5 on passing touchdowns. Like for Dak,
I would take that bet, Cowboy hater herder. I would take that bet, but I don't have 100, so I'm not even gonna play with your money.
a gentleman's bet, $100, 100 push-ups. Yeah, it is a bunch of things that I like. Let's see what they.
Here go. Now the first week is all about luck. Wage wisely, footage, don't lie. Wage wisely, absolutely. But let me tell you my personal history. I've always got off the good starts in all sports. Maybe not NBA, but in football and baseball, I've historically, we talking 3 decades. I've always got off the good starts. I'm not going to sit here and pretend I've been studying the NFL this year because I haven't. But the odds are softer when seasons start. Odds makers are the ones being careful when the season starts. They're very optimistic. Me, I'm like this. Last year means a lot to me, and new players coming to the opposing team mean a lot to me, meaning not good, usually not good. Sometimes they may have picked up some good players. So I like beating up the soft lines when the seasons begin. So I understand when you say it's about luck. Basically, all betting on sports is luck to me. What it boils down to, you can have a competitive edge, but at the end of the day, I'm gonna give you an example. I bet that the running back for Kansas State goes over 80 some yards rushing. Guess what? He never got a rush. He got hurt on the opening kickoff. So he never ran the ball. So that's luck that this nigga got hurt before he had a carry, but because he played on the kickoff, he played. So if you had the under, you won. If you had the over, you lost and never had a chance. It is about luck. I think it's all about luck, really, basically. But I do think you have a better educated edge if you study.
Facts. But it's like even that's something that people won't even look at, right? You might go back and look at the scores, be like, damn, the Eagles blew them out twice last season. Will you even notice that Dak didn't play those games? You know what I'm saying? Will you got to factor that in. You know what I'm saying? So because that could be the throw off. You know what I'm saying? That a lot of people won't pay attention to. So, maybe that's why the line is only at 8, but I still like the 8, 7.5, 8. I think it goes down before the game starts too. I think you go back down to 7.5 or maybe even 7.
It's to me that game and spread is a flip of the coin because Dallas plays them tough. Doc plays them tough. Anything over a touchdown is kind of risking it. But you've seen the Eagles the last couple of years. They are a team that could be going neck and neck with you. It could be 3-3 for 2 quarters. It could be 7-3 for 2 quarters. And then they'll run off 3 touchdown scores on you. So, yeah, it could go either way.
I do like that though. I like Eagles -8. Like I said, that looks like the best option, maybe even better than the team total. Most of the time, I would prefer the team total, but it's just high to me, man. 27.5 points. I would probably go for 8.
Let me say 2 things about that game. One, to me, it's a weird matchup because you know what you're going to get out of Dak, but you don't know if you're going to get a win or a loss out of it. You know what to expect from the Eagles, but you don't know if it's going to be a blowout or a barely win type of game. So that's one thing that shows I don't like that game. Number 2, always remember it's a division game. It's a division game. Those games are usually close games. Those are usually tough games because they know each other. And they know the coaches know each other. So it's kind of a weird matchup to me. 8 seems like a lot to me to cover. For the Cowboys, it seemed like a good number. 7.5 and better for the Cowboys seemed like a good number. You just really have to be worried if the Eagles going to put hands on them or not.
Facts. The other thing, I'm surprised they don't got interceptions right here. I'm curious what Dak interceptions look like.
Oh, he throw interceptions against the Eagles.
Oh, for sure he do. That's why I'm like, that's something I would definitely be looking into.
He throw at least one a game against the Eagles.
Yeah. Let me see.
Mandatory one every game against the Eagles. It's probably 8 or 9. Probably.
That shit -152.
Yeah.
That's funny. -152. But shit, Jalen Hurts for interception is +142. Dang.
You know, it's pretty funny because, like I said, I'm not going to lie to y'all, I haven't done no homework on the NFL yet. I only watched a couple preseason games, and I wasn't really into them. But history, like somebody said, tape don't lie. To me, history don't do a lot of lying either. And so I could kind of match some things up as far as giving you guys information, but I'm not going to sit here and try to give you guys a pick on this game right here on Thursday.
I like Caesars too. Caesars ain't winning, so be having these boosts sometimes, but sometimes Caesars be a little better. But I like this one right here. And if I do play, like when I play these boosts sometimes, I kind of like scale it down. I'll play less money than I would a regular play because it's a boost. And a lot of times it give you a good opportunity to hedge. So Hurts 200+ pass yards and 50 rush yards. It's +375. Now that's good value. That most of the time they only let you bet like 100 on these at the most, but I would scale that down than what I would normally bet and just bet a little something, just a little sprinkle on that at those good odds. And then even this one right here, Mahomes and Herbert each 250 passing yards for +375. That's a slinger game right there. I call that a gunslinger game. You know what I'm saying? It's certain matchups where you know, like, oh, these two they're gonna be slinging it. You know what I'm saying? And that's one of those games right there. Like, they're gonna be slinging it.
All right, let me call me out. He checked me on something, and I just looked up what I was speaking on specifically. So Cowboy Hater Hunter says Dak has 8 interceptions against the Eagles in 13 games. So thank you for correcting me on that. And I looked up what I spoke on, and I was way wrong. He actually has 0 interceptions in his whole career in Philadelphia. 0 interceptions. He's never thrown an interception in Philadelphia, and he's thrown for 10 touchdowns. That's almost 2 touchdowns a game in Philadelphia passing.
Yeah. So if you take no interception for Dak on FanDuel, they got it at plus 116 for no interception for him. So that might be a good bet. If, hopefully they add it to Caesars as the game get closer.
This is just more proof that people talk, and I'm talking about myself. People just talk. People give opinions without doing the research. But I never had a problem doing the research and admitting when I'm wrong. And so he's actually very impressive in Philadelphia, although he's still 3-3 in Philadelphia. So that goes back to what I was saying. It's kind of iffy. It could go either way, really, to me.
Like I said, I predict him to be throwing that thing, to be slinging it, because he ain't gonna have no choice. Also, these touchdowns are like, look at for Jalen Hurts to get a touchdown, which we know, like I said, if they get down to the 1 or 2 in the end zone, you know what I'm saying, it's high probability they call Jalen Hurts' number. They got him at 155, and then this minus 190 is even nastier. Like, that's crazy. You put both of these together, that's the only way you can really get something up out of it, and that's only plus 179. Like, that's nasty. But from what I remember off the top of my head, I can't remember that. When these two teams play, A.J. Brown and CeeDee Lamb, they both have good games. I remember it was a game last season, and I bet on A.J. Brown, and I wish I would have bet on CeeDee Lamb too, because if I would have paired them together, I would have came up. But I just bet on A.J. Brown because I was just stuck on A.J. Brown. But I wish I would have added CD in there too. So you put both of them to score, that's plus 450, which is not bad. But yeah, so that does make me like I said, since I know they're gonna be throwing it, I'll Dak over 1.5 touchdown passes. That's a decent bet right there.
Well, DJ, we over an hour, homie.
For sure.
I got to go, y'all. Thanks for tuning in, you guys. Don't trip. When I get time, I will be studying these games, these stats, these players, these new acquisitions and all that, y'all. But in the meantime, we can come right here and chop it up, share our thoughts and opinions and facts. And appreciate you, DJ.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you too. You know what I'm saying? This helps us, you know what I'm saying, for us to go over this as a group, as a team. We can sit here and pick these games apart, and we can find out, what the best bet is, because it's it's bets on the board, and some of them is gonna be winners. So, we all put our heads together, what I'm saying, we help each other, you know what I'm saying? And I posted the link to the Discord earlier. Man, let's get this back cracking, the Discord back cracking. And yeah, man, thanks for your participation, and hope y'all continue, and we get it going on.
All right, y'all take it easy, man. Peace.